What is up, YouTube? It is Matty, and this is a special recap we're doing. It is the Halloween special war that we've done, and yes, we've put a couple of caveats into the criteria for doing war attack, just to make it a little bit more challenging, make it a little bit give us some good content to be able to put this sort of video up, and yeah, the war itself. To make it extra Halloweeny, every attack must feature 4 witches at least, so you can go higher, and every attack must feature 3 dark spells or more. So that does open itself up to a lot of EQ goho wee-wees, but yeah, I mean, you can see 71 out of an available 75 stars, so we did absolutely crush the enemy. They had no chance. I mean, they hit 50 stars, which was basically, they hit all the 2 stars. I think they got 3 3 stars and a couple of 1 stars as well to even it out, but they ended up just nowhere, not able to put any form of challenge up whatsoever. So there's a few attacks we can go through. Let's start the ball rolling by showing the Holy's attack, and he is rocking an EQ goho wee wee. Let's have a look at where he's going to attack from and see how he's going to break apart this base. Pretty simple design, pretty low level heroes he's dealing with, so it doesn't need to, particularly since he's got 30-30. I mean, 30-30 can just tear through that base without much effort, really, especially with that level, those level heroes and that layout. He's doing a shattered goho through the top. Sorry, not goho. Shattered golems, 2 golems in there, breaking open the whole base, sending giants in as well. I'm imagining he's just going to heal and rage up those giants and witches into in and through the core, and they're just going to absolutely decimate through the base. Not a chance for anything to stop him. He's got some hogs, which I imagine he's going to bring in sort of the side flanks or maybe the back end of the raid, just to help finish it up. But poison spells down, the CC are being dealt with. I mean, there's just so much damaging troops in the core now that nothing's going to stop him. There you can see, look, just there's no real effort or complexity to the raid at all. He's got a heal spell down as well to help those hogs move through the backside of the base, and then that's it. He's almost at the final couple of defences now. All his hogs are pretty much alive, all on 1 cannon. The queen's shooting it, and there you go, look. Oh, sorry, there is 1 more cannon. But the raid's done, down to clean up, and yeah, straightforward. So rocking the goho g wee wee. Is that what you'd EQ goho g wee wee? Wow, sometimes you just shouldn't even try. Moving on up, we've got Jesse on the number 24, another pretty shocking anti 2-star layout. Rocking the EQ at the start, a couple of golems in. I wonder if we're going to see some Lavaloon in here, even though there's 4 witches. So be interesting to see. I can't remember from the war itself. Widespread on the golems. He's going to be breaking them in down the bottom side. Look, probably waiting for those arch towers to go down before the golems redirect. He broke them in anyway. Poison, rage, everything down now. Because you've got 4 witches, you can push quite deeply into the base. There's a lot of tanking there. There's a lot of distraction there. Raging them helps as well because it brings the heroes in. Quad Teslas to deal with in the core now. Almost, well, more surgical drop here, so he's just been a little bit more cautious than obviously the Holy's attack where he could just spam them in. Heal spell is going to be for the hog, so I'd imagine he's going to start consider using it around now. I would have thought. Doesn't have to, can just wait, but look, there it is. Look, right for the back end of the raid. All the hogs moving through the base. Queen's in a good position. King's still alive as well. Not many defences left to go now. And here it comes for the final close of the raid. Hogs on the final defence, and the raid is done. So yeah, if you have got anti 2-star bases like this, if you can open it up like with earthquakes, and just send in either, you know, golems and giants and heroes, or golems and witches, golems and valkyries, any supporting troop like that helps take down the defences, you'll find that you can just surgical hog this, or get the hogs in on the rest of the base. Okay, this is a something a little bit different. You can see Xlive as you know, he's a beast. He's just an absolute machine. I don't know how he does the things he does. He's doing the Xlive attack, which is, as you've seen from other videos, you know, he's a couple of golems in on the one side, forcing the Arch Queen Walk to go the opposite way to the golem's entry point, sending the king wizards, but instead of his Valkyries, which is sort of the almost the normal for Xlive, he's now dropping in the witches to sort of almost substitute their role in this attack, and also the earthquake to break it open. So it's just like a modified version of what he likes to do, which, to be fair, he does really cool raids. He's one that everyone loves to watch, and you know he's going to be rocking the 3-star. Love the fact he's double raged the core as well. And he had a tiny amount of hogs. They're just going to be used to sort of just take down an extra couple of defences. The Queen's doing a good chunk of work, rocking around the outside of the base. You can see hogs in from the 12 o'clock now as well, taking down the Tesla, carrying on moving around the outside. A lot of skellies in the core now. A surprising amount of skellies. They're all going to die. The Queen's carrying on around the outside. The hogs are all dead. He just needs to be able to take down the final few defences. King has done a manual bust through. Queen's caught up for a little while, but soon she will be able to come and help take down some of that defence there that is about to kill the King. The Tesla's going to go down. After the elixir pump, the cannon will go down. Unfortunately, the wizard tower is very effective at taking down witches, particularly a highly leveled one. But it doesn't matter, the raid's over. The Queen is just moving around the outside. The only thing that's going to affect him would be time. Drops the ability to take down the final gold storage. So very difficult raid with only 9 hogs, but he was able to get the job done. Obviously the witches helped do their thing. Charizard, another anti-2-star base. Oh, here we go. Look, lads, we've got he's using haste, poison for his 3 dark spells. He's using 5 witches in crazy style raid. Let's have a look at how he does it. Looks like he's going to be trying to gut the core out. I can't imagine what's in his CC. I'm assuming it's a golem. It's got to be a golem. What else could it be? Jump spell in to get those guys going straight into at the start. Unless he's actually, because they're quite exposed, he might be able to just do this with 3 hounds in the CC. 14 loons. So if you can get those both air defences, the CC, the Queen, which is already down, he's got a good chance actually of being able to just sort of Lavaloon the rest of the base. If his Queen can hit one of those expos, that's going to help. Okay, here it goes. Look, the big hound in first, second hound down as well. Throwing in the loons to help help take down the outside defences while the hounds are distracting the ADs. His third hound's going to come in soon, I'd imagine, because the hounds are about to redirect. There they go, quad Teslas in the core. Third and final hound going in. Loon's coming around the outside of the base now. That's basically it. Going to haste them in now, I'd guess. There you go, look. Hasting those loons in. It's only the Teslas he needs to worry about. He got a nice double splat on defences there with the sweeper and the Tesla. It's going to be the Tesla. It's going to be the final thing. But the Tesla's hitting the hound. It's going to pop, creating a beautiful finish to the raid. And there are corner huts, but it's not going to be too much of an issue. And he is going to be able to take them down and bring home the 3-star. So very, very nice raid by Charizard. Nice adaptation. It's not like the standard EQ goho wee wees that have formed a massive part of this this video. Speaking of which, you've now got it. This is it's got more features of an anti-3, I think, but this is still a centralized town hall. Now that doesn't mean it's got. I still think that there's some massive weaknesses in this base layout. Doesn't look like there's many double giant bomb threats. If they are, they're on the route. There's potentially one in the compartment he's breaking into. Look, there you go, right next to the Queen. Stupid placement. So yeah, that you can't really. This base design is pretty awful, to be honest. He's using a couple of hogs early on to try and take down the wizards, but the Tesla was there causing a bit of a pain for him. Queen's in good spot. She should go and take down the Tesla soon. She's just helping take down the dragon at the moment. Minion on the cannon at the top is nice. Queen's in a pretty sticky situation now, but actually the wizard tower is not even going to touch her, which is nice as well. So he's just sending in surgical hogs for the rest of the base, and that he's got a couple of heal spells to help him out. There's not that many point defenses left actually. Once you've got rid of this final Tesla and the Expo, there's really not that much left. So he's just hoping that these these hogs are going to get the best value and take down the Expo. I think he's probably going to need to heal spell near the Expo just so the hogs don't melt away too much and he's able to actually get it down. The king, is that the enemy king? Yeah, the enemy king has got a tiny bit of health left. If his queen can just touch it, it's dead. I think she's going for him now. Yeah, there you go. And queen's got into a position where she can actually, I was going to say help take down the wizard tower, but no, she's seen the storage and she's set on that. Anyway, this raid is essentially over. He hasn't got much cleanup, so he's having to rely on the hogs to do the majority of it for him, but still a 3 star's a 3 star, so very well done to Pan for taking that base down. Next one is Coal Monkey. Let's have a look. So I suppose this video, if anything, is just going to reinforce how to do EQ goho. I would probably say you get more use out of Valkyries than witches in general. I think Valkyries are really underestimated. I think they're an amazing troop. They've added to so many 3 stars that I've seen. The skellies of witches just don't have as much as a punch as a small group of Valkyries do. And on that vein as well, I'd say that on a lot of the bases you can keep a spell and use jump. Jumping rage healed Valkyries are insane. And you can even hold back the rage, use jump and a heal to get a group of Valkyries in. As long as you're keeping them healthy, they're going to do some decent damage. So you can see he's broken up the core. The 2 double giant bomb threats, I'd say, are next to both of the Expos. So as long as he can use his witches heroes to eliminate those threats, which they're moving the right way. And look, here you go. 1 double set's already fully down. The next double set looks like it's going to start getting hit now. Both sets, there you go. No double giant bombs left. He can just spam the hogs in, which is all he needs to do in this situation because there's nothing to stop them. The only thing he needs to do is time his heals so that that not too many of them are dying. And that's it. Look, I'm just going to speed through now. We know what's coming. It's just going to be another back-end heal spell. There you go. And there's the end of it, basically the end of the raid. Hogs to clear. Yes, there were some spring traps popping them away, but it didn't matter. The raid was already just the sheer amount of hogs, because he was able to eliminate both double giant bomb sets because they were both near each other, accessible by one sort of opening up by earthquake. He'd just made the raid easier. Okay, another interesting one. We've got an EQ LaLoon by the look of it, with 4 witches in. Opening up I'm assuming he's going down the bottom side, it'd be the obvious, yeah. So a couple of golems in, wizards to create the funnel. Queen's going to be down by the drill, I'd imagine, straight down the middle. Sending his wall breakers in first to get the wall open. Surprisingly late drop on the queen. I'd have dropped her down right at the start. The witches are down as well. He's going to drop his king down soon as well, I'd imagine. Maybe he's going to... The CC pool's already started, so he's going to have dropped a hog in to go and get the CC pool. The CC are now heading towards the kill squad, so he's probably going to poison her any time around now. Or not, you know. Okay, very late poison, I think. He could have got away with that a lot sooner. Although it hasn't done too much damage to anything really. The troops are moving through nicely. Quad Teslas and heroes they got to deal with now. So rage. In fact, he's used rage. Is that a heal spell as well? I couldn't quite tell if that's a heal. He's used basically everything. Yeah, it was a heal. Everything he can at the start. He's getting rid of those quad Teslas, getting rid of 2 air defenses. And he's just trying to do as much as he can. Now remember, the rest of the raid, there isn't actually any upward facing expos, so he doesn't even need to worry about them. So he's just dropping the hounds in, then the loon's targeting all those defences, and the heroes should be able to do the rest. Now he's just got to hope that the expos don't take down the heroes, because that could be a little bit of a disaster for him. Air defense has gone down now. Just wizard towers left, which are air targeting units. Queen's getting hit, but the she might be able to survive if these loons drop their bombs in time. Just about. Lovely. She's going to survive to help clean up, and it was a great raid. So it has this has provided a little bit of innovation within the raids. Actually, it's been good to see. Carry on moving up by the Holy again. Let's have a look. What have we got? EQ goho going in through the going in through the backside. There's a double giant bomb threat between the air defense and the expo, if you can see that. Another one between the air defense and the other expo. So both expos are essentially the double giant bomb threat. So if you can take those down, you can eliminate all the threats, then you can carry on through the raid. And you can see he's opened a route straight in towards those expos. Because you've got 4 witches. Sorry guys, we had a slight technical glitch there, but as I was saying, because the both the double giant bomb sets are next to both of the expos, and you can essentially access them with by opening up the base with an earthquake. It means that your kill squad, you can almost guide them into those double giant bombs, and then the rest of the base becomes a lot easier because you don't need to worry about. The main thing you need to then worry about is become spring traps, because spring traps can really turn the tide. But as long as you can eliminate double giant bomb threats, it's going to really help. Now actually in this base there was a tester next to one of them, which meant that there wasn't a double giant bomb threat there, which was kind of interesting. It almost wasn't expected. It would have thrown me off a little bit actually. But you can see the hogs are not even going to path over where the potential double giant bomb single giant bomb was. And that's it. The raid is it was much closer than I thought it would be actually. Those skellies have been a little bit of a pain. The arch tower is about to go down. There is a cannon there, but the cannon's going to be distracted by the golem, and then that should leave whatever troops to be able to come through and finish up the base. So close one. Didn't quite work out as smoothly as it looked like it was going to when the raid first started. But I suppose when you do your surgical drops, sometimes you can find that hogs can melt away. Unless you can time it perfectly. Anyway, number 17. Let's have a look what DLS is bringing to the party. Mass witch attack, 14 witches. He's actually using 8 earthquakes. Look at how much he's just broke the base apart. He's just absolutely demolished that base, so he can essentially get through the whole of it. And this is going to be the key now, just keeping his witches alive and moving through. So he might want to stagger the drop of them actually, which he's doing. Sends in a couple early doors to go and get some go and get the thing started, and then a huge group poison spell down to slow down the CC as well. The loons are going to be so confused if they even try and target the skeletons. The dragon's already down. The heroes are the queen's actually sat behind wall, which is kind of annoying. So he's got to rely on the skellies breaking through that wall to be able to get to her, which is a slight hindrance. King's actually walked as well, so as much as you could have as that could have possibly gone wrong with this raid witches are starting to walk around the outside as well. But because he's got so many, I really think it's hard to not get the 3-star when you can open up the base like this. I mean, this is why anti-2-star bases are such a thing of the past now, because it gives you so many options, from Lavaloon to, I'm doing a standard Shattered LaLoon to max attack, to Shattered goho, to I don't know, it's almost endless. So you can see mass witch, goho, bringing Valkyries into a goho, Lavaloon. There's so many strategies that you can actually use to 3-star these sorts of bases, that it almost gives you free reign. Or what do I feel like using today? Whereas an anti-3, you can really make it almost force someone's hand. However, it's so difficult to because there are so many 3-star attacks out these days, or commonly known 3-star strategies, that you've a lot of attackers who know what they're doing, learn a handful of strategies so that they or you know, all the strategies, so that they can just choose what's most effective for that base, which is the point, which is the key. If you can master not one but 3, 4, 5 different strategies, it's going to up your versatility within the war environment and make you a better raider all round, and more useful. So yeah, that's all I can say on that. Next raid is by Endog. This is an anti 3-star base, you can see, and he's got to do the EQ goho. Well, I don't know. I mean, the only thing you can really call this is an EQ goho with goho wee wee, because there's so many witches. But again, you'd probably, on this base, I'd say you'd be better off with Valkyries, just getting into that core and doing some damage. Although the only advantage with the witches is that you don't need to really add any spells to help them. But then again, he's putting a rage spell in to help push the witches through. So if you replace that with a heal spell and get your Valkyries in, you can have a lot of damage. The only thing is, again, back to witches, is that they're going to constantly spawn their skeletons, and if they stay back and out of the rain of fire, you're just going to have a constant spawn. Just a single loon on the right side mortar. I don't know why he didn't do the left side mortar, because that seemed like an obvious one to me as well. But it doesn't matter too much. The mortars aren't going to do too much damage. He's pushing very deeply through the base, coming in with some side hogs through 3 o'clock to sort of reinforce. Heal spell down as well. I mean, that was a really nice hog drop, I think, because he saw that his kill squad were pushing up to the sort of 12 towards 10. Reinforced the hogs in through the other side, and now the hogs are going to come through. Well, the kill squad are carry on moving forward. A lot of defenses are distracted by witch skeletons. The hogs can come all the way around and take down the final buildings. Just needs to be careful. That wizard tower is doing a lot of damage to a group of hogs, but now look, they're already on the Tesla. I don't know. That's a troll poison spell he's done there as well. Just very careful, because wow, so many hogs nearly just died then, right down to the wire on that one. So good job, Endog, for keeping them alive just about. You did just about enough to get the 3-star, so good job. Carry on moving through. That's me. We've already covered that one. So is 14. 13 is Brian. Let's have a look what Brian's done on the General, which is a base we all know and love. Dropping an EQ go, a very wide golem drop actually. And if you look what's going to happen, if he can take down that whole layer of defences, the golems are actually going to carry a walk, which is really interesting. This way he's done the strategy. Look, he's doing a golem walk. So because he's taken down all the defences within those compartments, the golems then go to the next nearest compartment, which is clearly down the bottom middle. So now he's opened at the middle, and this raid is quite poignant to me actually now, because and it should be for you guys, it shows you what you can do when you understand the pathing. Now he knew that once all those defences have gone down, the golems were going to move that way, and then he could just break them in and get the most amount of use from them. So with his witches as well, the core's going down, and there's a lot happening right now. The raid's been opened up fully. He's got a hog train coming through the base, 2 heal spells to keep it alive as well. Now the point is as well, quite a few of the defences are distracted by the kill squad, and now you get the mutual benefit of distracted defences, so the kill squad, so the hogs can get through quicker. And the fact that then the hogs become the distraction, which then helps keep the kill squad alive. So you can see the queen is now adding that value, helping take down the defences quicker, keeping the hogs moving through, and you get the mutual benefit of kill squad and cleanup troops, or main attack, should we say, because that's what the hogs were in this raid. So yeah. I don't know if you guys probably saw in ClashCon. I mean, I don't know how, it depends how new you are to these sort of raids, but pretty much every raid you see is a staggered raid, a split raid. There's different sort of sections of it, from kill squad to main attack. I mean, this, as you're about to see now, an Arch Queen walk, that's an objective. Now he's gonna this is a very complicated raid in one way, because what he's gonna do is he's going to force his queen to walk one way, covered by healers. She's going to stay alive, and she's essentially, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets to over the cannon over here, you know, all the way around the base before the end of it. So she's just going to walk around, taking buildings down. Meanwhile, he's sending in witches, golems, king, dropping the poison and the rage down on the towards the CC to take them down, because the only air targeting troops there are wizards and witches, when witches do basically no damage, but wizards have gone in and got the job done. And now he's just reinforcing some hogs in as well. Now the hogs are going to add a lot of value because he hasn't got many, but he just needs to make massive use out of them. You can see the queen's actually ended up breaking in. She ran out of buildings to take down, so she's broken in. She's going to take down 2 more defences there. She's going to get the mortar as well. Then she's going to swoop back out, I think, and go and hit the elixir pump and cannon. So she's just carrying on moving around the base, being awesome, which is sometimes what she can do. And actually in this case all the hogs are dead again. Xlive not been able to, because he's had to have the 4 witches, and I think it's really hindered the reality of what he can actually do with these troops. Now the beauty is that he's only got a couple of Teslas really that are out of range of the Archqueen. I think the other Tesla actually is. So if his other troops can just get that Tesla down, the Queen's going to do the rest. And you can see she is actually coming around to that cannon. I'm going to speed through now and see what happens. He's got 1 hog left. Sends the hog in just as the defences are distracted, hitting the Queen. He's making maximum use of that hog rider, although it is now going to get hit by the by the Tesla. The healers are dying as well, which is a risky situation. Needs that the AD went down, which is absolutely saved on this raid, because now the Queen can stay alive through the hits of the Tesla, and she's going to finish up the final 2 buildings. So very close, but I'm quite happy with the fact I called that she was going to go around to that cannon, and then she actually did. That was quite interesting. Pan again, so he hit low and he hit higher, rocking the EQ goho. Sorry if this video does seem a little bit repetitive. When you do put a stipulation in like 3 dark spells and 4 witches, there are only a very select handful of strategies that you can really do. And I think the point of doing these sort of events is, yes, it adds a challenge and fun for the clan, which is, I suppose, the primary thing. But the second thing is it reinforces certain points that I can use for YouTube, for this sort of example, where, you know, there are many ways to defeat a base. The variation that you've already seen in these videos in the bases is evident of that, because we're adding serious restrictions into what everyone can do here, and they're still able. I mean, some of these hits did take 4 or 5 times to get the 3-star, and a lot of trial and error. But the point is that you can use different army compositions to take the bases down, and if you can just start thinking outside the box, come up with a plan and consider all the different sections of the raid and all the different defenses that you need to take down, and how you can break it down and use different compositions to take down different parts. Like here, he's probably hoping to be able to get all his golems, his witches and everything into the core, gut the core, swing the Queen around the outside top to take down all the defences around the outside of there, and then he just needs to consider his hogs down from sort of like 3 to 6 o'clock. And if that's the case, I mean, it's quite cool that I've called it and that's what he's actually doing. But you can see he'll consider every part of the raid, because that's what you need to do to 3-star it. Now this is the Xlive attack, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was him actually doing this raid, because sometimes when our guys can't get on to do their attacks. But no, Zim, I'm sure Zim would be attacking himself actually. But you can see, look, hogs coming in from down here now. He's only got a few of them to come in, but he's got the final part of the raid there. Queen's still moving around the top side. Look, the hogs are going to move all the way across and through the raid. He's got a heal spell to help them out at the back end. They're going to come across 3 or 4 defenses at once, and that's the part where they're going to need that little bit of help from the heal spell just to stay alive. And because he's planned it out down to he's planned it out nicely. He's survived with hogs, with cleanup troops, and done a very nice clean raid. It's because obviously treating it like you're trying to take down every portion of the base. Let's see if Brian can help prove my point as well. Wow, interesting attack. There is a hole in this base though, so that doesn't help. So he's anyway pulled the CC, guiding them at top with the witches, golem down, single hog down as well to go and help take down the cannon, but that's probably going to get slammed soon. Wall breakers in to help break the troops in. Witches, the dragon's not going to survive too long. Earthquaking open the core. He's got a free sort of passage to go through, and he's got Backend loon, so he's identified there's a lot of air defences he can get here. And because he's got a huge portion of the air defences, potentially all of the air defences, he's able to just use back-end loons to take down the base. And he's got some back-end hogs as well. So a perfect example. If he guts the core, gets down all those air defences, he's identified that he's going to be able to use those back-end... And he's actually sent in a kill squad of hogs to go and get that air defence, which is absolutely clutch. Because now there's no air defences left, and just look at all those loons he's going to use to take down the final defences in this raid. That is insane. Wow, very impressive work. Brian, this is the first time I've seen this raid. Gotta say, awesome attack. Yeah, loons as a dual purpose here. They are defence killers and cleanup agents in this particular raid, so well done to Brian for doing a raid of that calibre. Very nice. Moving through to epic. Always bound to bring something epic into the attack. 4 witches and 5 Valkyries. That's got to leave only like 1 golem and a few hogs. Wow. He's going for something, well, yeah, epic. Let's have a look at how he's going to... And healers as well. Jeez. He's going to probably try and keep that golem that he's going to drop as long as alive as possible. Alive as long as possible, which I don't blame him for. Here goes the golem. Queen in now. Witches and minions down to funnel. I don't know how he's going to even approach this. Is he going to do... I think he's doing a golem walk, actually. Where he's going to take down all the defences. The golem's going to start heading around the base and start moving towards the gap, and then eventually go inside it, maybe, or maybe the golem's just not going to survive that amount of time anyway. And he's just going to rely on the healers. Oh no, okay, I don't know what's going on, guys. I can't commentate it. I'm failing. Okay, so he's got healers on the Valks. The Valks are going in, the witches are going in as well. I can't do this. The king and the queen are going in. Poison spell on the queen to just slow her down. There's a mad combination of troops going in now. The healers have become now useless. Throwing in some hogs on the side to go and help add some value over there. The first heal spell's down to keep the hogs alive. Troops are carrying on moving through the base. They're all getting through to the... Oh, ouch. Lots of giant bombs happening here. A lot of hogs just died. Yeah, used the very sort of closely timed heal spell there to just keep those hogs alive that little bit longer. A lot of troops in the... a lot of barbarians actually just caught under heal spell there. I think a lot of the Valkyries have died. A lot of the witches are... One of the witches is hanging back. At least a couple of the witches are alive, but he's got most of the defences down, believe it or not. So he's actually done really well. 2 cannons left, and the queen's in the perfect spot to hit both. There she goes. Boom, keeps the king alive. Wow. Okay, I have nothing else to say about that raid other than wow. What the hell was that? Don't even know where to go with that one. Amazing. Vortex, what have you got, sir? Okay, dropping in some hastes with 6 witches. Okay, so we are getting some variation. I didn't realise I didn't really know how much we were going to get. What a weird Tonal 9 base design. Never seen anything like that before. It's like almost a play on the Southern Teaser. Obviously this is the Eastern Teaser. Lots of witches going in, lots of tanking. The golems are in there as well. So he's just basically pushing through a huge chunk of the base. Then going to use some side hogs, I think, just to go and clear the final defences. Seems like the way the raid's going to go. Heal spell as well to help keep everything alive in the core. Might have been able to send like 4 witches and add a couple of Valkyries in on this raid even. I don't know. I didn't plan it. Okay, the hogs are coming in from the bottom side. Look, through 6 o'clock. Looks like he might send a few in through 12, 11. There you go. Look, in some through the top side as well. He's coming to the core now where there's quad Teslas, hasting the hogs through the base to get to the Teslas quickly to be able to take them down. I don't know how they're getting on the expo. I'm going to get stuck now. The haste didn't seem to work too well because the hogs have just all sort of melted. The queen's going to be the thing that's going to go and take them down, isn't she? As soon as she breaks through, she is getting hit now, but as soon as she breaks through, pop the ability and boom, take them down. 1, here comes the second, boom, the raid's done. Beautiful attack. What an interesting raid. Getting to the top of the field now with my precious. Base design's nothing too impressive really. But he has got 4 Valks, not many hogs. He's got to do an AQ walk, so a lot of people combining a lot of different strategies here, like the Valkyries obviously the witches you needed to do, AQ walk, earthquake. So once you start combining all these together, you can get pretty powerful armies. But I think a lot of the guys here would have probably preferred not to do that amount of witches, so if you sort of factor that in, you get a lot more hogs. You're able to get a lot of value from that. But then again, you could look at it back and go, actually, in some of these cases, particularly on the more open bases, the witches do add a lot of distraction, which can help the hogs in a very obvious way. So on this raid now, the CC are being pulled. It's actually the perfect spot to get the pull, because now there's no defences there. The queen can actually start regaining health. He might want to pop the ability in I don't know if he's actually going to. Yeah, he popped the ability. I think he'd have got away without doing that actually then. I think he was in the right spot to carry on. But anyway, earthquaking through the north side, so he's probably going to do a stage drop. Look, I think there they come. Look, Golem's down now. You're going to use wizards to funnel. Then he's going to send in his Valkyries and witches. So he's done like a split hero basically, where the queen's going to do an AQ walk and she's going to go around taking down pretty much the entire bottom side of the map, which is amazing in itself. And then the north side, you've got witches, Valkyries, and you've got 2 heal spells. Now you've only got 6 hog riders, but I don't even think you need any hog riders on this raid even. Although it just gives you that little bit of precision, whereby when he's pushing into the core now and he's going to hit those quad Teslas, which are clearly by the air sweepers, it's going to allow him to flank those side arch towers, which I think is the key here. So he's taken the 1 arch tower down already, and he's going to come in and basically side hit those Teslas as well. Probably going to use a heal spell somewhere around there, I'd have thought, or he's going to wait for them to hit the second. Yeah, there you go. Look, hit through the core. There's a heal spell there waiting for them, and the hogs are able to carry on moving through, which is very nice. And he's going to come. That's it. The queen's carrying on moving around the side. She's hit the arch tower. And just all the combination of troops almost culminated towards the back end of the raid, and then it's suddenly the 3 stars there. Very sick attack. We've had some almighty attacks this war. Oh, I don't like showing dips, so I'm not going to drop the number 5. Actually, was that a Tonal 10? Yeah, it was a Tonal 10. What am I on about? 14 witches. Kaboom! 42 archers. This is the 8. Wow, okay. Very, very weird army competition. So he's basically opening up the base and using a hocus pocus through it. Wow, okay. Opening up the front end of the raid. Golems in. Wizards front. Not even got wizards. Okay. Okay. I don't even know what's going on right now. Witches are funnel. If that's even a thing. Huge widespread on the witches there. I don't even. Again, I find myself at a loss sometimes of what to say. What is this? This is something I've never seen before. So, oh my god, the king is such a magnet for single target infernos. If you've ever seen that amount of distraction troops in a raid and the king goes straight to the inferno tower and dies instantly. A level 40 queen melted in seconds. Anyway, I don't. Wow. Okay. So yeah, the witches are all sort of moving through the base quite smooth, evenly, which is really useful because they're hitting the level 7 and 8 walls at the side, and they're going to be able to push through those and actually break in and carry on moving. Then the skellies can push right into the base, but I don't know if he expected to get the 3-star or if he went for the 2 and thought maybe there's a chance, but probably not, of getting a 3. But now the queen's in such a great spot because she's going to hit some point defense after point defense, and if she pushes right now, she's going to go and get that cannon. More than likely she's going to hit the sorry if I've been zoomed in a little bit too much, but archers all the way down the back side of the raid as well to help take down all those buildings, and they're going to help in themselves probably once they've taken down the outer layer to put a few shots on some of the defensive buildings, like the wizard towers getting hit now, cannons getting hit. The queen's there, pop the ability. That wizard tower is going to cause a pain to those witches. Looks like the bottom side of the raid is where it's going to come down to, and can the queen go and just take that down and survive? Basically 2 wizard towers left, and the level 40 queen, she's got just enough health I think to do this. It's going to be close though. There's the wizard tower, and because it was weakened she was able to get away with it. The mortar just about didn't get the shot off, and that's going to be able to do it for him I think. Okay, I don't know what he's going to be able to do with this wizard tower though, because there is only 1 left, so I'm just going to speed through now. Look, this is the final defense. He just hopes it's distracted when the queens get there. It's not, but he survives a shot. Wow, down to the wire. Now I don't know if we've got any Tonal 9 doubles on the Tonal 10, so we'll have a quick look. If we haven't, then we are done on this video. Looks like we are done, but we're going to show Gusty's raid on 72%, which is a nice high 2-star. So that'll be the final raid of this video. Hope you've enjoyed our Halloween special, whereby added a little caveat into our war. 12 witch, 4 healers, doing a bit of an AQ walk, hocus pocus by the look of it. Let's see what the G-man's doing. Dropping the AQ walk down to start, a couple of point defense taken down. Got the start of the CC pull, but not all of it, which is kind of annoying for him. But opening up the core of the base, and he's got the jump spell to get him in the next layer as well. The loon's going to go down, but he needs to get the rest of the pull really. Not much he can do to manually pull it if he hasn't got any hogs. Okay, so the golem's in on the one side, the queen's over there on the other. She's carrying on moving through. He's created it so that everything's going to go through the one route. There is a hound in the CC. Unfortunately, the queen's getting hit pretty hard. He's probably going to need to potentially pop the ability. Or is he just going to leave her over there? No, she's regaining health now, so he's fine. He's going to be able to carry her through. He has got a direct route into the core. Hopefully all the witches are going to take that route, because it's the... if they go too much to the side, they could just get gridlocked in. The king's doing a great job in moving straight into the middle. He's going to aggro onto the archqueen in a second. There he goes. Oh, he missed the Inferno tower, and the Inferno's caught him. Man, the Inferno's an absolute pain sometimes. I think that was I think he wanted to hit that Inferno tower, and that would have made his life a little bit easier. But it didn't quite work out in the end. The witches slowly sort of melted away. Queen's in a good spot. She's just carrying on taking down buildings, but her luck's going to run out when she hits a massive layer of storages. But great job by Gusty anyway. Great job to the whole Emphatic team. I really hope you guys as viewers enjoyed watching the... now I know there's a lot of EQ goho wee-wees there, but yeah, I mean there were some very innovative raids. If you have skipped to the end, go back and have a look, because there were some very different raid styles in there, I've got to say. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed what I do as a YouTuber and what the sort of content we show and do. And as always, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Peace.